chapter in history, world during modern age. Yes, all of you keep your mics muted, otherwise, the voice is not clear. When I ask you questions, then only you unmute your mic and say something, and as soon as you have spoken, again mute your mics. All right?
Okay, ma'am. Yes,
All right. So this is the first period of history. So the obvious question, what is history?
ma'am, can I tell?
Ma'am, can I tell Anna? Ma'am, ma'am, Anna.
Okay, not like this. Any one of you, who is this Krishna?
Ma'am, can I?
Yes,
Ma'am, Myra.
Krishna.
Ma'am, Anjali Rastogi. History is, ma'am, history is the ancient things which we study.
Yes.
Ma'am, can I tell? Ma'am, Myra. Ma'am, can I tell Anna?
Ma'am,
Ma'am,
Mahira.
can I tell Akshat?
can I tell Ma'am, Myra? Ma'am, Anna.
Can I
Ma'am,
tell
can I tell
Akshat?
Karthik?
Ma'am,
Mahira.
can I tell?
Ma'am, Anjali.
Mahira.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Yes, beta.
Ma'am, study of past.
All right.
Ma'am, study of past.
Okay.
Ma'am, can I tell Anna?
Yes, Ahana.
Ma'am, the story of a person, person's past and of the ancient time. It's
So,
called history.
okay, so only of a particular person's past. That's all.
No, ma'am, all of us.
Okay. So, story of past.
Yes, ma'am.
Ma'am, can I
Ma'am,
tell
the
Karthik?
ancient kings, queens, and rural kingdoms.
Ma'am, the study of past.
Okay, so history is the study of past. Now, if it is the study of past, then why do we need to study it in our present? Why study history then?
Ma'am, because it helps in our present. Ma'am, because it helps in our present.
Yes,
It helps in our present and
helps
future.
us to can I tell? Because it helps us in present. Ma'am, can I tell Mahara?
Yes, Myra, tell. What happened, Myra?
Ma'am, to know
Huh.
and to know about historical events. And to know about facts.
Even if you get to know about historical events, what good it is for you? Like some of the students said, to know our past or know our present. Now we study past because our present, whatever our present is, it is because of what happened in the past. So to understand our present better, we need to study the past, and also to make a future better. All right, because we know, okay, what not to do. Because obviously not in this class, but if you go on to study history in higher classes also, and then you study about the world wars also, and you get to know about so many important events in the history of not only India but also of the world also. So you get to know, okay, so when people did something like this happened. All right, so you even get to know what you. Yes, there's someone whose mic is open. Please mute your mic, all of you. Okay, so now it is so that we understand our present better, and also to make our future better, so we need to know our past. Okay, history is divided into how many periods?
Ma'am, can I tell ma'am? Ma'am, Myra.
Don't ask me,
Ma'am,
ma'am,
can
can
I
I
tell?
tell? Ma'am, can
Ma'am,
I tell? Just
can I
one
tell?
of you.
Ma'am, 3 periods.
Ma'am,
Ma'am,
three.
three periods.
Ma'am,
Ma'am,
3 periods.
Okay,
three
three.
periods.
Right. First period.
Ma'am,
Medieval history.
Ancient.
Ma'am, medieval.
Ma'am, Asian.
Second.
Ma'am, Asian. Ma'am, medieval.
Medieval period.
Okay. Third.
Ma'am, medieval. And ma'am, modern.
Ma'am, modern.
Modern history.
Modern. Now,
Ma'am, 3. Ma'am, 3.
yes, okay. So three
Ma'am, 3.
periods. Yes, beta, I got it. So three periods: ancient, medieval, and modern. Ancient period you studied in which class?
Ma'am, 3 periods.
Class?
Ma'am, fifth. Ma'am, fifth.
Not fifth. You studied in class
Ma'am,
sixth.
three periods.
Class sixth.
Ma'am, class six.
Class
Ma'am,
sixth. You
class six.
studied about the
Ma'am, in class
ancient
six.
period. Okay.
Ma'am, class six.
Class 6, I know. Alright, now can anyone tell me? Any one of you? And one more thing, if you see the other person is speaking, then for that time, you can mute your mics again, because if all of you speak together,
Ma'am, sixth.
wait, then I am also
Ma'am,
not able to
sixth.
understand, neither anyone else is able to understand. So, try not to speak together. Alright, only one at a time, otherwise it is not clear at all. Alright, so ancient period, what you studied? Does anyone remember anything?
About the past, about.
Yes, Iram?
Ma'am, about the past. Ma'am,
Okay, wait. Prakhar, you are saying something?
Ma'am, how?
Come on. Yes, Prakhar.
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, in ancient period, we have studied that what has happened in the past, the world wars, and ma'am, the fights which have been fought between the kings to get uh, to conquer the kingdoms of other places.
Can anyone else tell me?
Ma'am, about Stone Age.
Question.
Okay, Akshat. Akshat. Who's Akshat?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, Akshat. Beta, tell me what you studied in class 6th in history.
Ma'am, about Stone Age.
Yes, okay. So you studied about the Stone Age. If you remember, you studied about the different Stone Ages. You studied about the Paleolithic Age, the Mesolithic Age, and the Neolithic Age, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, we also study how Britishers conquer India.
Beta, that you did
Ma'am,
not study in class 6.
Ma'am, we studied
Yes,
this
ma'am.
in class 5th.
Okay. So you studied about the different Stone Ages, and you also studied about
Ma'am, seventh, ma'am,
early
that
man.
we studied in class seventh.
Yes, you studied about early man also.
Ma'am, we studied
Yes,
about
ma'am.
the
Yes, ma'am.
yes, ma'am, and ma'am, previous dynasty. Yes,
Alright.
Yes, ma'am. We studied
Okay.
about
Alright.
building.
Quiet now. So you studied
Yes,
about
ma'am.
the Stone Ages, you studied about early man, you also studied about how he
Yes,
first was
ma'am.
only a hunter and a gatherer, and he lived in caves and all, and then you studied that how he finally settled down and he started to cultivate. Alright, you also studied about the establishment of the first cities, the first villages, and also you studied about the modern empire and all that. Okay, then class 7th you studied about the medieval period. Iram, what you studied in the medieval period last year? Yes, can anyone tell me what you studied last year?
Ma'am, can I tell Karthik?
Yes, Karthik.
Ma'am, we studied about the previous dynasties, ma'am, sultanates, and the previous rulers of Mughal Sultanate. And
Okay. All right. So, if you remember the medieval period, you studied about the Muslim rulers, the Arab and the Turkish rulers who came to India. You studied about the Sultanate period, the Mughal period, and in that you also studied about the northern and the southern kingdoms. And so basically, what separates the ancient period from the medieval period is the coming up of the Muslim rulers here, and so you have the medieval period. Now in class 8th this year you will be studying about the modern period. Now what big difference is there from the medieval period to the modern period is that now modern period in India starts roughly from the time when Britishers or Europeans they came to India. So again there is a marked difference, and you have a separate period which you call as the modern period. And so this year we will study about what were the main changes that were brought about during this time, not only in India but also throughout the world. So we'll study about industrialization a little bit. We will also study about the American Revolution, the French Revolution. You will study about colonialism, and then in context of India we will study about you know that how the Britishers, they established their rule in India, how they exploited the people, and how people, they finally came to realize, and a love for nation rose in their hearts, and we study about the national struggle for independence and how finally we got independence. So all that we will do during the course of this year. Okay, so let's start then. Now, as we already did, the history of India, it is divided into three periods: ancient, modern, and medieval. This we have already done. And now why these three, periodization has been done, or why we have these three periods, three separate periods. Now all this is done to show that that how society and economics, means money matters, trade and all that, politics and culture of each period was different from the other. So this periodization, this differentiation in the periods ancient, medieval and modern is done, so that to show that how even society, politics, culture, how it was all different in the ancient period, and then what changes were brought about in the medieval period, then again what changes were brought about in all these spheres and more in the modern period. Now the differences between the medieval period and the modern period in our history, now they are more striking. Now why they are more striking? Because in during this time, in the modern times, the changes, they have been very fast, and even they had far reaching effects. Ahana, mute your mic, beta.
So sorry, ma'am.
Okay, so okay, beta. All right, now you have already studied about the ancient and the medieval periods, and now we will turn towards the modern period. And this period roughly covers the history between 1707 to 1947, when we got our independence. All right, now modern period. The modern period, it started in Europe early. So it started there in about the 15th and the 16th century, but it came later in India, because at that time, we were not an independent country. We were under the control of the Britishers, and so you could understand, like, we were slaves. What do you understand by the term slave?
Ma'am,
Ma'am Walker, Ma'am
ma'am, worker, servant. Ma'am, servant.
Okay, servant,
Worker.
even lower than servant. What is the term that you use for slave in Hindi?
Ma'am, knocker. Ma'am,
knocker.
Ma'am,
servant.
Ma'am, Mazdoor.
Ma'am Gulam.
Ma'am, Gulam.
Gulam.
Ma'am, Gulam.
Yes, right. Okay, knocker is servant, gulam. Okay, and because we were under the control of the Britishers, and so the modern period, it came to India much later, in around the 18th and the 19th century. So modern period came in India. We will study more about it. Now, how, through which sources we come to know about the changes that came about in the modern period, or what are the sources through which we get information about this period. Now, the sources of information for the modern period are so many in numbers, and they can be categorized into primary sources and secondary sources. Now, what are primary sources? Primary sources, they basically include literary sources. Now, literary means anything which is written down, all right, which was written down and which you can read also. So primary sources, it includes the literary sources, like the reports of the government, and the literary and other evidences like books, and artistic evidences like paintings, archaeological remains like monuments and buildings, and so all these are the primary sources. Now, what would be the secondary sources? Whatever historians say after studying these primary sources, now that is called as a secondary source. So now, to understand it better, now, like for example, by studying the government reports that were at the time of the Britishers, means whatever government reports we still have of that time. Now, if a
Ma'am,
particular
can you please repeat? Ma'am, can you please repeat literary sources?
literary sources data are those sources which are written down. Alright? Proper language, they are written down which you can read.
Ma'am, in ancient time.
No, no, we are talking about modern period, beta.
Sorry, ma'am.
Of the ancient period, you basically have very, very few literary sources. You have more of archaeological sources, artifacts, what you dug out, and all right, and like some remains of some buildings and all that. You basically have ancient period. You studied about Harappa and Mohenjo-daro and all that. Remember? So you only have the archaeological remains of that period and very few literary sources, basically very few literary sources of the ancient period. And then modern period you have more literary sources, but in the modern time, you have so many literary sources. Why written down sources, and why you have so many books and reports and all that? Because at that time printing press also had been made, and so the reproduction of text, means whatever was written down, it was made. You can multiply what was written down and you can print it, so it was much more in the modern time. So now, primary sources, government reports, books, paintings, and monuments and artifacts, whatever we have of that time. Now, what historians say after reading this, after studying these primary sources, now those are called as the secondary sources, like reports, reviews, articles, and books. Okay, now we'll do in a little detail the different sources of information that we have about the modern period. First, the printed books. Now, during this time, like I told you, because of the invention of the printing press during this period, so we have many books both in Indian languages and also in foreign languages, which we have with us, and they throw a lot of light on the modern period, or what happened during this period, on the different spheres, different aspects of Indian life. Now, these books which we have, they also tell us a lot about the progress which was made by humans in different fields, like in the field of medicine, technology, art, literature, history, engineering, mathematics, means whatever progress we made during this period. So we have so many books and they tell us a lot about this period. Okay, then government documents. Now, India, being such a huge country, it is a vast country, and now nowadays, we are one united country, though we have the central government and we have the different states, we have union territories, but still it is one unified country. But before the Britishers came here, and even before that, the country being so vast, it was divided into, like I told you, northern kingdoms and southern kingdoms. And even in both northern and southern kingdoms, so many different rulers and dynasties were ruling. And now so many different dynasties and kings were ruling, and all these different rulers and powers, they also kept their documents and they exchanged these documents with each other. And now, through these government documents, uh, we understand. Now, here we are specifically talking about the modern period. So through these documents, we basically come to know that how the different kings, how the different dynasties, they dealt with each other, and how ultimately the Britishers, they were able to suppress them, win over them, conquer them one by one. So we get to know through these government records. Now, they also help us to know that what the true nature of the British rulers were. and how they exploited the country. You know, we were a British colony. Now, colony is basically a place which is under the political and economic control, political and economic subjugation of another powerful country. So you know, at that time, like we say that we were a British colony. So what we mean is that politically, now politically means that they were governing over us, they were making rules for us. So we were politically also under the control of the Britishers, and economically also. Now economically means they controlled our money, they took revenue, or trade and everything was in their control. Okay, so you know, we get to know about all this from the government documents. Just a minute.
Excuse
Alright.
me, ma'am.
Yes, beta.
Ma'am, what is the meaning of imperialist?
What is the meaning of
Ma'am, imperialist.
imperialist? Means imperialists were nature of British. It is basically used for rulers, those rulers who invade other countries and take control over them. All right.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay, so nature of British imperialists, that is what we did. They came here as traders, and you know they finally took control over us. Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
And,
Yes, ma'am.
and we became a
Yes,
British
ma'am. Yes,
colony.
ma'am.
We came under their political and economic control. Okay, so all these government documents, they are an important source of what happened during the modern time in India. Then we have newspapers, magazine, pamphlets, etc. And so we also get a lot of information about the modern period from these magazines, newspapers, pamphlets, and they were printed. Like I told you, printing press also already had been invented, and so we have these printed in different languages from different parts of a country. And some of these papers, they are still, means some of the papers which started publication at that time, they are still in publication, and they have also kept a record of all their old editions in their libraries also. So we have records of all that. Then historical buildings, which come under archaeological sources. So we still have many buildings scattered throughout the country, and especially in big countries. And like India Gate, the Central Secretariat, the Rashtrapati Bhavan, Parliament House, and all that, they were made during the modern period. And all these buildings, they are not only our national wealth, but they also tell about what development were taken place in our architectural field during the modern time. Then other works of art, we also have some specimens of paintings, and they also tell us something about the physical features. Like we have the portraits of some of the national leaders, so they tell about the physical features, and also about the achievements of the national leaders and the great historian personalities. So we have that also. Then in addition to that, we also have some miscellaneous, some other sources also. Now in addition to whatever sources we just did, we have some more. And the main among these other sources or extra sources are the films. Now these films, they throw a great deal of light on the life of the people who were living in that time. And when we watch something, it stays with us. Like you hear or you read a book, so obviously something comes in, but when you see it through a film, through visual, and then more stays with you. And so the impression that the films they leave us, they remain with us permanently, because we see through films the different events happening before our very eyes. Seeing them, just reading about them and seeing them happening through a film. Now both the things are very different. When you see it, then you learn more about it and you retain it also more. And so these films helps to do that. And then in addition to films, you also have letters which were written by great historical personalities like Mahatma Gandhi, Jawaharlal Nehru. And so they also help us to understand these great personalities and their way of thinking and their relationship with other people. So for today we will stop here. Now, have you all understood what we did today? Is it
Excuse me, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
okay?
Excuse
So
me, ma'am. Excuse me, ma'am.
yes, beta.
Ma'am, what is the meaning of miscellaneous sources?
Miscellaneous, we keep under miscellaneous we keep means extra, whatever other sources. All right. So you can understand that other sources, like when we are making a list of things that you go for shopping. All right. And you write that you spend this much money on this, and then you put like some things you don't remember, so you put under miscellaneous and you write that whatever you spend. So like other sources, here we mean other sources. Okay.
Ma'am, what is the meaning of systematically?
Systematically. Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Beta, in a proper system, in a proper sequence, means like I told you that they have kept all the records of their old editions in a proper way, means starting from the old in a proper chronological sequential order. They have kept all the records in a proper systematic way, following a proper
Thank
system.
you, ma'am.
Okay. All right. So this would be all for today.